I would like to introduce you all to my friend, United States Senator Ed Markey. Senator Markey has been a consumer champion and national leader on energy, environmental protection, and telecommunications policy. He has a deep commitment to improving the lives of the people of Massachusetts, including our seniors. Although he couldn't be here with us today, he wanted to send a special message from Capitol Hill to all of you during this holiday season.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 41st Annual Middlesex and Worcester Senate District Senior Conference. Thank you for joining us, and thank you once again to my great friend, Senator Jamie Eldridge, for the invitation to speak with you today. I also want to make sure that I thank Jamie's team and all the volunteers whose work made this event possible and so special. And finally, thank you to all the seniors watching. You are the pillars of the community, and it's an honor to be here to celebrate you. Today is about care. It's about how we can better celebrate and provide for our seniors. And many of you, as family members, as local leaders, as healthcare and social service providers, are here in attendance as caregivers. I want to thank you for providing that care for your loved ones and for your community. I know from my own family's experience that this work is not easy. And I'm grateful to everyone here today who has made that commitment to our seniors in whatever form it may take. Public policy and legislation are also forms of care. They're an expression of the values we hold and the work we're willing to do to provide for the legislative help that families need. And I'd like to take a moment to talk about the legislation my colleagues and I have been fighting for to get passed and to put on Joe Biden's desk. And that's to be able to expand the ways we're able to care for all Americans, and especially for our seniors. As Congress debates President Biden's Build Back Better agenda, I continue to fight for programs and policies that will reduce healthcare costs for seniors and expand the number of services available to them. I'm advocating for increasing federal investment in home and community-based services for seniors and individuals with disabilities. Seniors should be able to retain their independence as they age, and critical investments in home and community-based care will allow more seniors to live with dignity in the comfort of their homes. The American Rescue Plan Act, which passed Congress just in March of this year, included $409 million to help Massachusetts invest in the home care workforce, expand Medicaid benefits for home and community-based care, and increase the number of Bay Staters receiving these services. In the Build Back Better legislation, we're looking to expand on this investment, as well as expand my Independence at Home program, which provides coverage under Medicare for primary care delivered at home to seniors with chronic conditions. And additionally, the bipartisan infrastructure bill signed into law by President Biden in November contains billions of dollars for public works projects in Massachusetts. This legislation includes provisions from my Complete Streets Act that will help make our roads and our transit system safer and more accessible for people of all ages, including seniors. COVID-19 obviously remains a serious threat to seniors. Since the beginning of the pandemic, I have pushed for federal government action to pull out all the stops in our response to this crisis, and I'm going to continue to do all I can to protect seniors from COVID-19. This summer, I urged the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention to increase its monitoring of breakthrough cases and to quickly offer booster shots to vulnerable groups. I urge everyone to get the third shot, to make sure you have full protection, and to follow all CDC guidelines to keep themselves and each one of you safe from COVID as the winter approaches. And finally, I'm going to continue to lead efforts in Congress to prevent and find a cure for Alzheimer's disease. I lost my mother to Alzheimer's in 1998 when she was diagnosed my father, who was a milkman for the Hood Milk Company, he said to me, Eddie, it was an honor that your mother married me. We got to try to keep her here at home as long as possible. And so I learned that from my father. And my father cared for her in our home until she passed away. I saw in my father a commitment that is shared by families all across Massachusetts, a commitment to family, a commitment to the dignity of each person, and a commitment to ensuring that everyone is protected. I'm here in the Senate because of my mother and my father, and I honor them. And I honor all of the families, all of the caregivers who make that kind of sacrifice. That's why I've led the fight to raise awareness of Alzheimer's disease so that we can find a cure. I established a bipartisan congressional task force on Alzheimer's disease. I co-authored the National Alzheimer's Project Act of 2011, which led to the development of a comprehensive national plan to prevent and effectively cure Alzheimer's disease. My Alzheimer's Accountability Act, which became law in 2014, guarantees the funding needed to achieve the national goal of finding a cure for Alzheimer's by the year 2025. We have enacted a more than five-fold increase in the total federal investment in Alzheimer's research in 6 years, from $586 billion in 2015 up to $3.1 billion to be spent just in 2021. And I'm going to continue to fight to ensure that we prevent and cure Alzheimer's disease. I want to thank each and every one of you for everything that you do every single day. I know that you are heroes, but heroes need help. And it is absolutely imperative that we get this extra hundreds of millions of dollars into Massachusetts, into your hands, into the system, so that you can take care of your beloved family members. So thank you all so much for everything that you're doing. Thank you to Jamie. There is no more important issue. We have a great obligation to make sure that families can take care of themselves. Thank you for all the work you are doing.